Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I am so excited to introduce you to a new crafty tool. This is the grip mat, and there's a whole grip mat series all by Waffle Flower. Waffle Flower contacted me and asked me would I love to play with a brand new amazing craft tool. I'm like, oh yes I would. There is nothing better than new crafty tools or a great crafty gadget that will make our life easier for crafting. So when they contacted me, I was like, oh, definitely send it to me. Thank you so much, Waffle Flower. Plus, they sent me a few little goodies too to play with it, so I can show you that too as well. Along with this new release of grip mats. Notice I said grip mat series. There are 6 sizes of this series. I was sent the 6x6. So there's a 8.5. There is some that fit in their media mat, stencil mat. If you have any of those items, I have this one here. So I do have one. It's also made to work in your Misty. Yay! Love that. I was sent the 6x6 inch grip mat and the grip mat guides. Waffle Flower has a fantastic introductory video showcasing all the ins and outs. In this one, I'm going to do an unboxing. We'll play a little bit, but if you want to get all the details before you decide to purchase, I suggest going to the Waffle Flower YouTube channel and watching that video. It'll say which mat is right for me. Basically all of them, because I went back and I ordered the small one, but then I think I'm going to get another one for my Misty, because this can work in the Misty, not the 6x6. Yeah, well, actually this can work in the Misty, in your bigger Misty, like this one, the original Misty, but not the mini Misty. I'm doing the unboxing and playing a little bit here, but I don't know all the ins and outs. That will come with playing with it and using it more and more. Grip mats like this, or sticky mats, they have been around, but Waffle Flower wanted to take it up a notch, or 2, 3, with different sizes and guides. This comes with a guide. Then you even have more guides here. These guides can help you center, help you stamp around in circles, and do all kinds of nifty stuff without having to add more tools. You can just use this. Isn't that fabulous? And there's also a brand new release. I'll show you a picture here. Look at that postage card set with the stencil, which works so well with this little grid mat. Because now you can stencil and you can stamp and all the stuff. Stencil extender. I already bought the stencil extender. Stencils and I are close acquaintances, but we're not best friends. Yes, I'm not the greatest stenciler. So hopefully that tool with this will help me get my stenciling done right instead of making a big mess. Alrighty, crafters, let's go into this video. Let's get started. Okay, crafters. So this is the 6x6 grip mat. Let me tell you some of the sizes that this comes in. There is a 5.5 by 8.5 inch grip mat. It will work in the mini stencil mat. Then you can stamp, stencil, ink blend, all the good things. They also have 8.5 inch. That's the largest size. So that's 8.5 inch square. That one goes in your Waffle Flower media mat or your Waffle Flower large stencil mat. Then the 6x6 grip. This one can fit in the original Misty. Got my original Misty right here. You can definitely take it for a ride. Then there's a 6.5 by 8.5. That one also works in the original Misty. After I play with this, I think I'm going to get one because I do have 2 original Misties. And then I could keep one in there dedicated permanently. 2 thumbs up for that to help me with stamping and such. Then there is the 4 3/4 by 6 inch, which works for the mini Misty. This I just ordered, the 4 1/4 by 5.5 for the mini Misty. I did order it because I was watching the video again. I'm like, oh yeah, let me order this because I know this thing is going to sell out. It's going to sell out real fast. So if you're excited by it, if you've been holding off, this one is a whole comprehensive system. If you hear barking, that's my dog in the backyard. I don't know what she's barking at, but she's having a moment, okay? She's usually hunting, so I don't know who's bothering her and what she's doing. Why I was excited about this 6x6 one. You get 2 guides here. And these guides, one reads forward and one reads backwards. You know what this is for? To go underneath here. See how it now becomes right side up? You see? In your machine. Here is the premise. Your Misty or whatever stamping tool you have. You take this out, So this, which is like a huge photopolymer plain background, which is completely see-through. Unlike another brand, and I'm not going to say anything, they have a little grid on the back. This one is clear. Let's say you have your stamping tool and there is no grid here. You put this in here and then this on top. You can see and center. See how it's already centering anyway with the Misty. Isn't that nice? Let's say you don't like this. You can cut a piece of cardstock, I'm pretty sure. Go like this and then go like this and work it out. But I think it works with sticking on here. But you do you. So let's take a peek at this. You know what? Let me not use this Misty. Let me use my other Misty. I have two Misties, darling. And there is a new Misty coming, original size in light pink. If you don't have a Misty and you've been like, maybe I should get one, scrapbook.com exclusive Misty. Definitely check it out. That might be something you would be interested in. I'll put a link for it. I'm linking everything I'm telling you about here anyway. But if you don't have one, Misty is a great stamping tool. And now this grip mat just makes your whole life easier. So I'm going to remove everything. And you notice how I have 6.5 by 8.5 right here? Sometimes I use this when I'll have something in here stamped and then I'm putting in another stamp and I don't want the ink to transfer and mess it up. So I just have a piece of acetate. But now I can use all of this stuff. All right, so you peel this back and you gently peel it off. Ooh, let me see. High quality photopolymer stamp, you can smell it. And in her video, she said you could use this carrier. They call it a carrier sheet. Top sheet here. Both of them, the acrylic sheet, as a mask too. Like if you want to have a stencil with something you want to mask off, stick this on there and then just ink the top part. Isn't that cool? Now, this is a photopolymer stamp, so can it get stained? Yes. That's why when you're stenciling and such, you would get that extender. For people like me, who we like to keep this beauty clean. You can buy another one too. If she gets crazy inked up with color, like pink dye inks really can do a number on something like this. That's why I got the extender, because I already knew I want this baby to be clear and see-through. I have issues with my eyes. It's like sometimes I'm seeing like this. It's easier for me to see something crystal clear than have something on the side just keep looking at me going, hi, I'm pink from that time when you ran ink on me. It drives me crazy. She said, when you look at this stamp, there'll be a wider end and a shorter end. The wider end, so it has a slight slant, will go like this in your Misty. So it's a thick piece of photopolymer. So you can work with it like this if you love this. But of course, I'm going to use that reverse one. So the reverse one, you'll feel the printed side and you go on the smooth side and you'll know when you get the guide. Maybe up so. I do want to have some of the stick in here. This is why I want to get the bigger one. I know I'm going to get it and leave it in here. So there we go. I'm leaving it like this because I want some of the stick here. Oh, this feels good. I will probably leave one in here, but in reality, most of the time I'm going to be doing this. Because I do have a glass craft mat. You guys know I love my glass craft mat. She's just so fabulous. I'm so glad I got her. I'm like, oh, you're such a good glass mat. So I'm going to put it right here. Like this. This is a Glassboard Studio glass craft mat, okay? Low glare. She's magnetized. But you can stick your grid mat like this too. Let's see what this grip guide is. So there are 3 grip guides. Trio 1. So you know eventually there's probably going to be a Trio 2, Trio 3. As time goes and everybody plays with it, there's always things to tweak and add. Hence, Sticky Mat. And now there is the Sticky Mat Deluxe system. You could put this on the bottom. You could have this on the bottom with this on the top and then center. You have this guide. This is cool. Whereas A2, both portrait and landscape. And then this one is a rotation guide. I have no idea how to use this. Maybe one day. But I do have it in case I am in such need. Like for those of you who love to use small stamps. Me, I'm using more like this. Let me show you what else they sent me. Isn't this cute? This is from their last release. Happy Bee die set. So you get the bee body, you get the top. I already cut the top in some black glossy foil cardstock, and I have some adhesive sheets on the back just to help me stick it down. So I have the bee body. There's some wings here too, super cute. And then I have this one too, the beehive. Let me show you how I'll be using this. This is B for Bristol. Let's see, I die cut it out, have my little bits here. So I'm going to now ink this up with yellow. Here is my dirty distress oxide in yellow. It always has ink on it. So let's see. Can you imagine if I do it now and it doesn't have ink on it? I would be so like, really? This has mustard seed, and hold on. Let's say I don't want this to touch this. Take that carrier sheet, put it there, stick it down. Ooh, look at that. So the purpose of this too is to reduce us always having to tape something using mint tape. I've been using mint tape a lot. All the tape. Oh, look at that. Got my distress oxide, but she's crazy juicy. I won't tell you right now. Let me just tap this off because this is a hot mess. Because it's going to all of a sudden become super bright. There we go. I like my dirty ink brush in yellow. Look at the bees. Isn't this adorable? And their new release. Oh, that postage stamp. I ordered that too. Yeah. I went back. I ordered the small size of the grip mat, but now I'm realizing I think I need one for my Misty because I do have two, so I might as well get one. So I'll gently peel this back. Ooh. Let's go like this. Let's just, for giggles, cover this up. See, it's masking with the carrier sheet. No taping. Let me use dye ink. So I have Distress Oxide on the right side. I'm going to go in with my Gina K dye ink on the left side for the beehive. Let's go with, maybe not brown, maybe prickly pear, which is a yellowy colorway. It's a different shade of yellow from that, just to see. And maybe this yellow too. Now you're watching me do ink blending. How exciting. I may just speed this through, okay? So I don't drive you crazy. Tap, tap, tap. Ooh. Now, I don't think this is going to mess this up. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to stay within here. Ooh, look at that. Now I'm coming in with some yellow. Look how bright that yellow is. This is Gina K Dandelion, okay? It is stenciling good. Okay, it's holding. It's holding. And the mask is working, see? I'm over here, and I'm not messing this up. With the carrier sheet. Let me gently peel this back. Look at that hard line. I'm going to clean this off too. And let's see. Let's lift it up. Oh, it came off nicely. She said if this becomes super sticky, use your hand. So I used my hand because I just wanted to make sure that it could come off. And look at that. It's coming off. And unlike other sticky mats, notice that it peeled off easy and it's not bending like crazy. That is why I don't like electronic die cut machines. I don't like prying off my die cut images. So this is already winning in my book. It's keeping my images straight. It's not tearing it. Oh, this is nice. Look at the little honeycomb. Have my die cut stuck here. Look at that. Then I bring my little honeybee. That does not line up, so that's not the right one. I bring the other one, like so. And then I'm going to pop the eyes in. I'll make this card and show you in another video. But I just wanted to introduce you to this awesome tool, which, see, now I'm actually playing with it. Oh, you know what's happening here. I'm falling in love. I'm so falling in love with this thing. Oh, I'm going to go back. I'm going to get the other one for my Misty. It's going to stay permanently in the Misty. Oh, look at that. All right, so now here's my bee. Let's see now if I can peel it off and it stays flat. Use my nail. Oh, look at that. It's holding. It's not a crazy hold, but it's still holding. But it's light enough that once I just did that, it came off perfectly straight. Let's go again, just to make sure. Let me burnish it this time. Burnishing means pressing it in, okay? So let's go back in. Sticky matte. I'm going to burnish, 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 pressing it down. But I'm liking it with my glass mat. Take the other B. I have a different bunch of ink cleaners, but one of my favorites that I keep reaching for, I like these dauber styles. So let me go with a dauber, like that. Okay, crafters, I'm using a microfiber cloth. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, crafters, I think I'm falling in love. Oh, yes. It's clean. So on your mat here, it doesn't matter which side you use. I could use the flip side as well. And still, let's go again. Comes off. Took the little lip here, but it's not like sticking like crazy. Oh, this is lovely. Lovely. But I like that this one comes in different sizes, specially made with guides, and guides you can put on the top and the bottom for the Misty, because that's the tool I use most of the time anyway. Let's see something else. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I'm like, this is exciting, but this is too big, but you're supposed to be able to also, with the smaller size, I wouldn't cut this. Just get the right size for your needs, okay? Because this is super thick. I don't even know if you want to even mess with it, but you're supposed to be able to have it with the smaller size in here, and it fit. Then I'm supposed to be able to stencil and do all the stuff. Stick it on again. Oh, this is lovely. I got to figure out these guides, though. I got to make these guides part of my life. So I'm going to figure that out. So I'll come on back with another video to show you once I figure that out. It's just not coming to me as easy as I thought. I'm thinking too much. And then here is my Misty. You put it in the Misty here, like so, with or without the guide. So just your preference. Just depends on what your eyes like and don't like. Okay, here's a nice long piece of Bristol smooth cardstock. Oh, it's sticking. It's holding. The premise is I don't need a magnet. I notice my magnet actually gives my Misty a little height. So sometimes if I have a magnet here and I have an image here, you ever notice you have to keep pressing in the corner because the magnet is holding high so your image is not stamping down? Now you're completely flat against the surface. So let's test this out. I have this Waffle Flower stamp set from a while back. So let's look at this. This is Happy Birthday sentiments. I am making the most biggest mess known to man. You just don't know how much junk I have. This is how I craft, unfortunately. Let's test. Come here. Now you can use this guide to help you straighten out things. It's not lifting up the paper. She said it could, though, because you have the photopolymer here. But you just put it back. Let's stamp, 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 stamp. Boop. So clearly you can see I don't have enough ink on, right? Just want to see for multiple stamping how this works. Push this down, come back. Oh, awful. So let's go again. Thank you so much for sending this to me because I am now super excited by it. I know I'm going to play with it very basic. I'm not going to go into, advanced techniques. Probably not. I just like it for the simple things. Ease with stenciling. Straight stamping. This is a whole 9-inch long. Look how it's even hanging off and it's still holding. Love it, love it. So Waffle Flower has the entire grip matte release ready to go. Press, press, press. 3 times. Better. Oh, nice. Let's see what else. I still have to figure out these guides though. So I would keep the guide on the bottom. Because this and this is the same. See, this is just a little bit bigger. So I'm trying to figure how do I keep it from not moving. That's the only part that I'm a little confused with. This, maybe this is made for the bigger sizes. That could be it, Maybe it's not made for the 6x6. This is a brand new stamp. That's why it was stamping all spotty. If I was using pigment ink, then it would go down like super smooth on try 1. Oh, they also sent me this. The hexagon stencil for layering. So you're going to see a card then with this layering. So with the stencil, it's not called stencil holder. I'll put the name of it here. What it's called. It has 2 notches that will hold this stencil down. But because I don't have it right now, I'm at the mercy of this. I could do, hold on. I could do that. Let's see how it grips. So what you want is I'd have to cut the paper down. Well, hey, let's cut the paper down. I trimmed it down to then have it work with my 6x6. But if I had this full size, oh, you know, this stencil would be fine. In here, it can be fine out here too, actually. Because see how it's holding onto the stencil? Oh, yes. Loving. It says Waffle Flower on the front. The Misty is throwing me for the stenciling. I know some people love to stencil in the Misty, but the pink is throwing me for stenciling. I need it to be this business, clean. I know. I get like that. I can't help it. It's just my crafty OCD and my eyes. Oh, I also wanted to try it on this. Hold on. I have one of these boards. You notice that this thing looks brand new? You know how long I've had this? Months on months on months. Let's see if it works on this type of metallic mat. Yeah, it's there. It's stuck. So you can use this on this type of mat too if you want. Because this didn't really work for me, the little magnet thing. So I have it, but it's like the Wendy Vecchi. So I just wanted to show you that that's another option too. If you have one of those and you want to enjoy the benefits of this, which does not have a crazy price point either. So give it a try. New tool, excitement. All right, so here's my 6x6. Again, glass craft mat. That's how I work. Paper first, Bristol, and then the stencil. Now, here I am going on the premise of these two sides are sticking. I don't know if I need to have a much wider edging. Let's see. Let's play and see. Can't hurt. I'm going to go with sweet corn from Gina K. Let's just see. This is giving me that natural vibe for the honeycomb. So right now, it is holding. Yeah, it's holding. See, I'm doing it no-handed, and now I have a very slim edge here. That's like 1/4 of an inch on each side. Technically, I should have more than that. When that guide comes to hold down the stencil, I'll come back and do another video to show you, but this is holding. All right, peel it off. Nice. Then come in with stencil number 2, which goes, okay, so now this, I'm not exactly sure how this stencil goes. This is my first time playing with it. So let's just see for giggles. Okay, there we go. All right, I might be doing this wrong. Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. Look at that. I'm not sure how to use this stencil, so I'm going to just wing it and do something ugly. This is just for demonstration purposes, just to show you that this thing works and show myself too. Because this is exactly how I would be playing with it off camera, learning it. Like, can it do this? Can it do that? Oh, well, I just messed up a sheet of Bristol, but hey, it's just paper. Let's go with lemon drop. I'm going to just go down the center. Oh, you know, I'm so used to doing that, but technically don't need to do it. And I am not the light, gentle stenciler. I'm not this. I am more this. Always. Heavy-handed. So I'm going to just do one row. Very nice. This thing is holding. Oh, love. Okay, crafters, I'm not going to hold you up any longer because you might be like, Suzanne, that's it. I saw it already and I'm like, now I see this, I'm definitely getting this thing. Or I'll think about it, put it on your wish list because this is fabulous. Determine what size you want, what will fit your needs best. I'm thinking more of Misty and Mini Misty and also here. This fits me best. Working on the mat, this is more realistic where I'm going to be. I'll use it for stenciling. So I'm liking the 6x6 here alone. But if I'm using a full 6x6 stencil, hence that's that extender, it goes out, I think, like 7.5 or something. It gives you a little extending here to then go with maybe that 8.5. So I'll investigate that one more. But I'm excited by this because this is nice. And what I love about it too, it's not ripping. I had that issue with another brand, which I told you guys about, but I'm not going to mention it here in this video. I had to buy a low tack version of it because it was pulling everything, but this has just enough. And if it does lose this stick, take it to your sink, wash it with some soap and water, both sides. It'll be sticky again. I did haul a few things though recently, so let me show you what I did get. I got this, which is the, look at that. Nesting pinking circles. Isn't that cute? Which works with the pinking circle frame. So I'm going to do this with that card. I also got this because I knew they were sending me the bees. So I got the outlined hexagon dies so I could have this with those bees. This is just an added one because I got this from either last year or the year before. They still carry this layered poinsettia die. Let me tell you guys, this is now Christmas in July. This is a fabulous poinsettia die set that comes together like a dream. She is gorgeous. Low price point. So if you're like, I need another poinsettia die, consider this one. Fabulous. Alrighty, crafters. Thanks so much for watching, checking out this awesome grip mat. She grips, but she's not crazy gripping. She works so far. I stamped with her. I stenciled with her. I still can't figure out the guides with her yet, but I'll get the guides down. But she will center on this guide. Then get it to stick and see through. Because of the see-through, that's why you're able to see all this intricate design. Alrighty, crafters, on to the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. Thanks again, Waffle Flower, for this awesome, amazing product, and it works. I'm loving that this thing actually works. It's not ripping. My die cuts, they're still flat. And even when I'm layering on it, it came off flat. You just don't know how I love that. Oh, that alone. Getting another one. I'm going to get a big one. Alrighty, crafters, on to the next video. Bye.